The battle is between two wolves inside us all. One is evil. It is anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, lies, false pride, and ego. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The grandson thought about it for a minute, and then he asked his grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" The old Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed." This is such a lovely story, so simple but yet so true. I think every and each one of us have these two wolves fighting inside of us all. The evil wolf or the good wolf will eventually win, but it's basically how you feed it. It's in all our thoughts, so be careful what you think about, because eventually it shows up in all our lives. You can either be full of positivity, full of happy thoughts, go out there and battle the world, or you could be negative and let your heart just fill with poison and that holds you down. They show up in our habits and our behaviors. I was raised up to be a loving, giving lady. My early childhood memories consist of my parents opening their home up to anyone. My uncles, my aunts, my cousins, my nieces, my family friends, whoever needed help, the door was always open. So I was always pretty much the first one to help. Early on, I learned that's what you did. My first major encounter with family being broken by addiction was when my uncle came to my mom and dad when he and his wife were in legal trouble from their drug of the day, whether it be crack, heroin, pills, you name it, it was theirs. My uncle wanted his kids to be in his life, so he asked my sister, which is my mom, for help. Not only did my parents' life change, but so did mine. I helped my mom raise my 4 cousins for 4 years. After 4 years, my uncle and aunt did everything they were supposed to do in the courts in order to get the custody of their kids back. After that, they moved into a different state. Unfortunately, both my uncles and aunt relapsed. Since they were out of state, my parents didn't get them back. The second go-around with drugs caused my cousin's home to be broken yet again. This also broke my mom's heart and made my dad very angry. Even to this day, being so close to my cousins for years, it is heartbreaking knowing how these kids are forever impacted. As expected, they experience separation issues, anxiety, depression, and most importantly, they never feel like they have a home. They are wanderers of the street. We're going to do a different one. When I first met the father of my children at the early age of 17, I felt so much in love. I was the center of his attention, his world. Looking back now, I should have seen the early signs of the abusive relationship. He was clingy to the point I couldn't be left alone. I was not allowed to have friends or do anything outside of our relationship. I was great to him one minute, and then the next I could do nothing right. Being with him was like living with a time bomb. He was very self-destructive. If things did not go his way, he would hurt himself. He did this by driving to work on high on pills or alcohol. He would start threatening to kill himself and throw tantrums in public. He wasn't all bad, though. He loved his kids more than anything. This man was very loving but not forgiving. His hurt and ache he forced on me, which made me feel suffocated. This marriage became a prison. Did you know that hermit crabs are not meant to live alone? They actually thrive on being social and having friends. So here I am, after 18 years of loving this man, with the last 6 being a living hell. I was bound and determined to get on my own. After the last physical fight, when I got chokehold, I called the cops. He was told to sleep it off. He didn't stay away, so the cops ended up taking him to jail. His alcohol and abusive behavior was too much for me to put up with, and having my kids exposed to. His drinking was only on the weekends at first. Then it got to be a daily basis and passing out each night. After breaking away, I wasn't prepared financially to take care of my kids on my own. The father of my kids had a job and a home to provide my kids when I couldn't even make enough to pay the bills, and ultimately I lost my home. I was always told by him when married we didn't have it, so I was not used to having a budget. I did not know how to budget for a family and how to balance that family time. The most difficult decision I have ever made was letting the father of my children take care of them because I could not. I had to wait till I could get back on my feet and I could provide for them. At this time, I collapsed to alcohol. I was numb to the fact that I was once so loving, giving, and nurturing that I was losing my babies. Fear forced me to give my kids to their father until I found a job. Thankfully, I landed a job once I moved back to South Carolina immediately. But yet again, I still not make enough to put savings away. I spent my extra money driving 2 hours each weekend to see my kids. Unfortunately, when I moved in with my parents, my father's health conditioning after 3 heart attacks didn't mix well with my situation. So once again, not having my babies, I went further into depression. I was very angry. Then one day my life changed. I met a Miss Lee Elliott. She works hard for God and Red Legacy, seeking to help people in need. She was helping one of my friends at the time, but was also interested in helping me. She was very interested in getting to know why I appeared so angry and bitter. Lee told me she was supposed to help me, but she didn't know how. Her first question was, "Do you know God?" I replied, I believe in God, but I am so about talking to him. Lee then told me about Red Legacy and what the program is all about. The night before I met her, I woke up crying, seeing ladies' faces everywhere. The dream was so very vivid. At first, I felt like Red Legacy were for people that really needed the help. I consider myself the one that always helps others. I just don't ask for help. The parenting classes didn't apply because I had a plan and I knew what to do on my own. Lee convinced me I would be helping since I could drive others to the classes. This was what got me hooked and changed my life for the better. I wasn't as strong as I thought I was. The parenting classes at Red Legacy are awesome. The classes have taught me so much in how to be a better mom and helping my child with ADHD. I have gotten connected to so many resources such as Help Connect. The organization assists with counseling kids evaluating ADHD, offers in-home counseling, and helps establish normal family routines. There is also an outpatient program that helps my child in case he needs it. By uniting with this group, my child is able to act like a normal kid. Last year, he acted out a lot in school. This year, the teachers are giving him positive feedback, and he's a role model. Red Legacy provided me with items for my home. I pretty much started with nothing when I moved back here. Red Legacy truly cares about me, and they care about every lady, man, child that will ever be in this program, no matter you're a volunteer or if you are a Red Legacy. Red Legacy also offers ladies clothing, life building skill classes, food assistance, computer classes, and even GED tutoring if you need it. The organization really has something for everyone, and I'm the witness. If they don't have it, they've created it. Just for one person, they'll create a whole brand new program and make you center of the star. We are a community, a family, a social unit. We live and thrive helping each other and face battles that may come our way, whether it's emotional or physical. In conclusion, I desire each of you to find a place to help Red Legacy grow. I want this program to be around when my kids get older and they feel like all doors have closed. Angeline Nicole, along with the therapists, volunteers, and those enrolled, we serve Red Legacy's missions well to inspire change and cultivate strength. Thank you for your time this evening.